Welcome to the Sisters Uncensored podcast, where we get into everything from childhood trauma to millennial adulting and all things in between.
We share crazy stories from the past and present to help us cope with the insanity that is our lives.
By sharing our perspectives, we hope to bring some relatability, laughter, and unsolicited advice that can help you survive the messiness of life along with us.
My name's Jessica Labita. I'm a millennial mom, wife, and marketing professional, and I am absolutely insane.
My name is Ashley liiiiive. I am a millennial stay-at-home mom, avid golfer, and too mouthy for my own good.
We are real sisters, and this is Sisters Uncensored. Take this trip with us.
So I have a friend.
Mm-hmm. Is he single? Just kidding.
No, he is actually.
Is he hot?
Yeah.
Is he nice?
He looks like Justin Timberlake.
What year?
Okay, so he has a business. It's called Subscribe Handyman. His name is Keith.
I'm gonna go home and start breaking
And-
shit.
Yeah. You're probably not the first one who's like,
Oh my
go up
god.
to.
No. Damsel in distress.
So it's called Subscribe Handyman, and it's a quarterly subscription, and you get a certain amount of hours with him. And he comes to your home, and he will do anything. Well, I shouldn't don't get carried away. But
Wait a minute.
Change the really high light bulbs.
Yes.
Put together your kids' playhouse.
I love
Anything.
this.
And the things that go in your home unnoticed, broken,
Okay.
right? Because
Right.
it broke. You're like,
Yeah.
I don't really know what to do with that. Next,
Yeah.
he'll fix it.
That's
and you
amazing.
can mentally
You need
move on.
this. I need this so bad.
She needs it,
I
honestly.
Because I'm not handy either. Like I
Okay.
try to be, but I can only go so far, right? Like
Yeah. Could you change a tire?
yeah, totally.
Okay,
Definitely.
yeah.
I'm very capable, but there are just things like outside of my brain is not mechanical. So like we just had all new flooring put in the house, and they had to rebuild the banisters, and I'm watching this guy like rebuild all the stuff and measure, and I'm like, I could never in a million years do this. Like,
Yeah.
not if you paid me $1 million could I figure it out or do it properly. It just, my brain doesn't work that way.
Well, Keith's does.
Good. I was going to
He's
say,
awesome.
Does Keith have friends that come to North Jersey?
He will. He'll service North Jersey. But
Just start breaking shit.
I
There's enough.
really think that, and I don't know if this is me type A, I don't know if this affects everyone, but things that are ill functioning in your life, right? Whether it be a physical item or a mental, whatever is ill functioning,
Yeah.
it kind of sits on your back and you
Yeah.
carry it around,
No,
right?
for sure.
I am like that too.
Yeah.
When
You
you say
have to
something's
fix
broken
things.
and or a light bulb's out or something like that, I will stack chairs to get
Yes.
to the light bulb
Yes.
to replace it. I don't let things linger like that.
There's
I don't
some
like
things
that.
also, I'm 5'2", which is problematic.
I'll
because,
find a way.
I can't,
That's
I
me.
just can't reach certain things or do certain things, and I don't want to kill myself.
2 Christmases ago, I asked, Dad asked me what I wanted. I'm like, I want a real toolbox with real power tools.
You got her
That's what I want.
pink ones.
No,
didn't you?
no. We went to Home Depot together or Lowe's or wherever the fuck we went.
Oh.
I picked out my toolbox. I got a big Milwaukee one. It's
Okay.
freaking boss.
wow,
Any
I got
man
a
who's
pink
ever seen it, it's like,
toolbox.
that's your toolbox. I'm like, fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And then Dad stocked it with everything that I needed. Drills, bits, everything, anything, zip ties, you name it, whatever it is.
Dads love zip ties.
They do.
And bungee cords.
They do. I think of zip ties and
No
I'm
one-
like, I don't know. I watch a lot of murder on TV. So I'm like, this has kidnapping ready.
Yeah.
Or
You never
rape.
know.
That's all I can see when I see zip ties. I don't know, whatever.
Oh
Fuck
my
it.
God.
But like I said, if something needs to be done, if something needs to be hung, if I will do it. If I can physically do it, I will do it. And if I need help to do it, then I'll call in help to get it done.
Yeah.
But I don't let little things like that go.
I feel like if I can't do it myself and I call in someone to help, that it might make him angry because he's like, this is my space.
Well, then fucking do it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's me. I mean, don't talk about it. Don't piss on your tree. Do it.
It's hard. They're busy.
So one thing about Jamie that I will say is I've really learned from him over the past 10 years of being in business together. One of his best traits is that he can find whatever we need done, whatever we need to hire for, that he will find the best person.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
to
awesome.
do and there is no shame, there is no ego, there is no, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's
right?
awesome.
Like, whatever the need is, be it you, I want to build a garden. Who's the best person?
Yeah.
And he will call them and introduce himself and be like, "You're the best. Like, I want to
That's
learn from
amazing.
you. I
Yeah,
want
that's
you to do-"
awesome.
Which is cool because I feel like a lot of men
No, that's what I'm saying.
think it's
like an ego thing. Yeah.
I agree
I
with
don't
that.
know.
right. And then you have this bomb group of like this bomb networking group with the best people
Right.
around
That's
you. And
so
like,
cool.
you
So
all
cool.
win.
Absolutely.
I love
Why
that.
not?
For sure.
Absolutely.
So are you going to use your garden for anything for Eat Clean Pro?
Ooh.
Definitely not big enough.
No.
No.
Your own Eat Clean Bro inside,
No.
like just your kitchen.
Yeah.
A lot of the vendors that we do use have local farms. Like we try to do local before we do outside of local.
Sure.
Obviously, like right now the economy is a mess, and our number one priority is remaining affordable for the average American family, right? That's priority one. But then priority two would be, you know, how do we keep it as close to home as possible?
Right.
So we'll try to, and we have great vendors who will help us source as close as we can.
That's
That's
awesome.
good. Yeah.
Sometimes it's not possible. There's like, I have learned so much in the last 10 years. It's like the food industry is fascinating. The shit that goes on with like shortages and, oh, this chicken farm caught fire, so now your eggs are double. Like,
Yeah.
the wildest, I've seen it all.
Even just like
I've seen it
the
all.
stuff that's in food today that like wasn't, you know,
Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 30 years ago. Like it's insane. And
So
like versus
agriculture's a
other
whole nother
countries
animal.
too.
It really is.
For us, that part is like, that's not really a hurdle for us because everything
Of
we
course.
do is homemade. So like we're sourcing all ingredients. We're not sourcing anything that's already made.
Right.
So, I mean, the exception of like maybe a wrap, right? We wouldn't make that.
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
we could, but that's
Right.
Yeah.
a lot of work.
Very
so like
economical.
most of it's just ingredient based. So, you know, we have a team of people who's sourcing ingredients. Like that's their job.
Yep.
Wild to think that. But
It's awesome.
even the ingredients themselves, like you really have to be careful, like where you're getting it from, who you're trusting, read the fine print, right?
Of course.
Another like class that we've all taken is like labeling.
Yep.
I was going to say something.
I've learned so much about labeling. It is so disturbing. And I feel like, yeah, I'm forced to have the knowledge because this is my job, but I
Right.
feel like everyone should know
And it
what
makes
I
you so
know.
much smarter and such a better parent, I think, too. Like where you're
Yeah.
feeding your kids and like even yourself, right? Like
Yeah.
there's so much crap in everything today. It's terrible.
Well, I know a few years ago, before I became a stay-at-home mom, I worked for a fragrance and flavor manufacturing company. So as far as like the
Oh my gosh.
flavor and
Anything like
things-
artificial.
Yes, exactly.
Came from her
They
company.
started passing all these laws. Where,
I'm sorry, but like think about this first, right? They were fragrance and,
And
flavor,
flavors. Yeah.
right? That would be like me saying, okay, I'm doing family style dinners and gasoline.
Yes.
Who wants to buy from
Two
my
separate
store?
buildings.
Fuck out of here.
Two separate buildings, but I can't even tell you how many ingredients.
Overlap.
Yes.
Oh God, that's so
Yeah.
gross.
So like, I mean, just the regulations and everything like that. But when you're saying like labeling, I know recently, sometime in the last 7 years, I would say, they started changing the laws where you have to start listing every single item that's in every single thing you're producing, where you didn't have to do that for the longest time.
It's good. It should be that way.
And yeah, absolutely. Why not? Are you kidding me?
I think that's one of the benefits though of like using a company like Eat Clean Bro, especially like for myself. We're running constantly. I'm
All
sure
the
same
time.
as you guys. Like we both work, we've got kids, we've got sports, we've got all this like shit, and we're going all the time. I don't even have time to sit and cook a good healthy meal half the time because I'm rushing, or I've got like one kid here and then that one leaves and the other one comes in with my husband, and so there's never like the four of us home all at once. And it'll be like, I want this, I want that. So I'm making like different things for everyone because this one's in the mood for something that one's not, or whatever. And it's hard. Like
You're
it's
being a little too accommodating.
I was going to say, do you let
exhausting.
that
What the fuck are you
fly?
talking about?
I try to so I'm really trying to make it a point that we all sit down together on Sundays for dinner as a family, because that's the one day that we're not like running crazy. That's the most important thing. And during that meal, when I have time to sit and focus and cook, everyone will eat. But when I'm piecemealing quick things together, like this one wants a grilled cheese sandwich and that one's going to have some pasta, like I'm just whatever's
Yeah.
there and fast is the solution. And it's so bad because it's not letting them, all of us.
You're creating a monster.
eat the right way. It's already been created.
Okay, but
It's
like, let's
terrible.
give you a second child, and I want you to sit there and tell me that you're going to be like, let one enjoy it, and then the second one not want it, and you're going to be like,
Well, no.
fuck off,
Listen,
Deborah.
I'm not
Like,
saying that. I'm not
Right.
saying that. I'm saying when,
luck.
when we were kids again, and there were 4 of us, and I'm sure this happened in your house.
You ate what was put in
You
front of you,
ate what
yeah.
was in front of you.
Yeah.
And listen, I do that too. Like there's moments, right? But sometimes you just don't, it's not worth fighting about.
I mean, I get it. I understand. I get like where you're coming from mentally,
Yeah.
but to me, it's just like the tail's wagging the dog at a certain point.
Anyway, my point is this is why I love companies like Eat Clean Bro, because it gives you quick, healthy solutions to be able to feed your family and you don't have to like
Right.
worry about that. And there's like a variety of things that you can pick
Mm.
and then everybody eats, right? Like it makes it so much easier. We've used like other meal subscription type services before, but sometimes they're a little harder. I feel like I don't have time for like
Do
complicated
you like to cook,
shit.
Kayla?
So I think, well, wait, on that really quick. So other subscription services, right? Like there's so many of us out
Yeah.
there right now. There's so many of us. I think where we're still sitting, Eat Clean Bro,
Yep.
family owned on the, I don't want to say on the smaller side, but compared to like a Factor or
Yeah.
Freshly or whatever, on the smaller side,
Yep.
right? Maintaining that control and not giving up ingredient selection, say, to some corporate idiot
Yep.
who's like,
And that's the key, I think, is the ingredient value,
Yeah.
right? Because the stuff that you're getting from some of these Freshly or like HelloFresh or whatever, Blue Apron, I think was another one. It's like the
Yeah.
ingredients would come and they'd be like half rotten and
yeah,
and
that's
then
tough.
it's, as much as it's simple, it's still not.
Right, you're still cleaning.
Yeah. No, you're
But
right.
liking to cook, like I really love to cook. And I think I am decent. I think I'm pretty good. Like I'm really good at breakfast.
Yeah, I love
But, like,
breakfast.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm a good cook. Like my mom definitely taught me well. But Jamie is fantastic.
Oh, really?
He is so good. And he is not formally trained, but well trained and very knowledgeable. And do you know what it's like to cook for someone like that?
Yeah, that's tough.
He is very kind and he would never, like, I kind of like to be roasted. I'm like, all right, what did I do?
Yeah.
He's like, this chicken definitely got up to 175.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God. Oh, okay. That's different.
He's really, like, he knows.
This
like,
is what
he's
it's like
super
feeding
attuned.
my kids. This is why I'm like, you're
But-
getting a grilled cheese and I don't want to hear it if one side is blacker than the other. But
Right.
one side is blacker than the other.
He'll eat it and he'll appreciate it. Like, he loves anything that I make for him. He's very sweet, but also I'm standing over his shoulder, like,
How is
you're
it?
watching. watching
Yeah,
him, like,
I know.
But I
There's
mean-
nothing more gratifying though than your family like being happy with something you
Yes.
cooked.
Oh,
It
that's
is
a
the
just talked about
best
that
feeling in the
ago.
world.
Yes, I want.
Yeah.
Like when they all sit down and eat. If I do
Like,
cook on a Sunday and
this
they're
is
like,
so
"This is
good."
so good, Mom," I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I love you for saying that. It means so much." It does.
Yeah. That's like top 10 best feelings in the world. It's up
100%.
there.
Really is. It's underrated.
It really is underrated.
It's a high like no other.
It is, especially when you're trying to impress your 5-year-old food critic. So it's like, I mean,
So-
let's be honest.
Our executive chef, Nick, he's super talented. He was actually at the restaurant Nicholas before it closed. Like, the guy is a genius.
Okay.
Went to Oxford. He's actually
Oh,
from
wow.
England.
Oh,
He's-
awesome.
Makes us all like
Yeah.
question our intelligence
Yeah,
every day.
yeah.
He's very smart.
Is he single?
daughter-
I'm kidding.
His daughter started this Instagram page about like her food outings.
Okay.
And she roasted somebody's clam chowder. Like, she just went off on like all the things that were
Oh
wrong with
my
it.
God.
And Jamie was reading it to me and he was like, yeah. He's like, she is right. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, what a smart little girl.
That's
First of all. But like,
awesome.
imagine like living life already with all of that knowledge.
Knowledge, yeah.
God.
So
And
smart.
being so critical of like just knowing.
yeah.
Like, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, right. So you can like pick out the.
Yes.
I got them so
Time
not
doesn't
that
belong in clam chowder.
fancy.
Yes.
It's
kinda
hilarious.
cute,
It's
though.
adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Feels like this is really good. What kind of marinade is this? Like, is it Italian dressing? Like that's as far as I get. You know, like is this honey mustard?
How old is she?
5.
Okay, so
She just turned 5.
Santina's going to be 5 in January. And I feel like we're going through this like pivotal. She is not rude. She's very sweet, but like sassiness
Yes.
growing up.
Yes.
And it's different from the boys, right?
I was going to say boys are different.
Just the things that she's saying. Like the other day, she said, I'm trying to make a point. And I'm like, where did you hear this? Like,
That I know exactly what you're talking about. You're not in it alone. And when I was going through the thick of it, right around that age, right around this age that you're at, because it was like 6 months or so before she was turning 5, I started noticing that sassiness. And we would be at dance class, and I would ask my dance mom friends, like, is anybody else dealing with this exact thing?
they're
And they're
honest.
like, I don't get it. Like, me too. It's horrible. Like, you don't know where they get the balls and the stuff that that comes out of their
Yeah.
mouths. You're like, what the
Where did they hear that?
fuck? Like,
It's true.
go say a bad word.
Good luck.
Don't
It
talk
doesn't
to me
end
like that.
My
It doesn't
14.
end. So I'm in a tough spot because not tough, but weird. So Giorgio's older than her.
Yep.
But has a lot less to say.
Sure.
Yeah.
So she'll come out with these wild things, and he's just like he understands. So he'll look at her and just be like, walk away. And I'm like, give me something. Like, I need to know what are you thinking?
Where's
right
your
now?
all fuck right now?
Because I need to know, like, what is she like? Help me. And I'll just walk away. He's like, I actually, the other day we were on the way to school, and they have a new favorite song, so I had it on the radio, and Tina's singing and saying, she goes, turn the music off. So I'm like, no, like we're listening. She goes, turn it off. So I turned it off, and she starts telling the story, and I glance in the rearview mirror. They're 4 and 5, and Giorgio's sitting in the back seat like this.
He's just like,
And he's rubbing the bridge of his nose. And I'm like, you feel me. Like, this is how I feel too.
we're on the same page.
Like,
I
oh
get
my
it.
God,
Never
you're in there.
ends.
Thank God. Thank God you're in there. And you like, where's your off switch?
Yep.
Like, that's where I was at that day. But it was really funny that he was like just as peeved.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
My
5
daughter
years
will
old
do
is
stuff
rough.
like that too. And I noticed, like, as she's gotten a little bit older, where she'll say snarky things, and like if it's snarky enough, I'm like, what did you just say to me? And then she realizes, like, whoa, this isn't something that we just say normally. But it's definitely, like, I noticed, at least from being around other kids at like school and things like that, because you don't know how other kids talk. You don't, they come up with other sayings. Like, Mila came home and she was saying what the heck for like the longest time. Like, where'd that come from? What the heck? It definitely didn't come from me, because I don't say what the heck. I say what the fuck. Let's be honest. All right. Like, I do. That's what I say. I mean, I try not to say it in front of her, but if I'm going to filter myself, it's going to be like, what? That's the extent of it.
Yeah.
But like, I noticed things like that. There was a time where I was
I think
putting her
they're
to bed.
They're pushing their independence.
Yeah.
Too, you know what I mean? Like they're trying to see what they can get away with their like attitudes and stuff, and when you're gonna like check them or just let it keep happening.
I think they also say stuff though that they really don't understand.
Yep.
Like what they're saying. I mean, there's just countless times. Mila has been saying for a long time, she'll say a fact, whatever it is, or I'll say something, and she'll correct me by going, well, actually. And I'm like, well, actually what? The sky is blue. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know where she got that from. You know what I mean? But I feel like when they're around kids and everything like that, they
Other
just
kids.
yeah,
surprised.
learn stuff.
Yeah, you just
they
don't
do.
know what goes on in other people's
They do.
houses.
I don't like
whatever.
anyone's kids. There's like I have like 3 friends whose kids like I love like
Yeah.
my own, and then
Yeah.
otherwise I'm like every other kid. I'm like,
No, I don't. I like her friends. I like Mila's friends. They're cute.
Depends on the day.
I know.
Yeah.
We're making the food in less than 24 hours. It's in your hands. This was made this morning and not for the photo shoot. Live production, baby. It's all we strive for. Excellence. It's a part of our company core values. And that's all we want to do for you is exceed your expectations and make you happy. I hope you love the food. I hope to see you at checkout at ecleanbro.com.
So I just started watching Real Housewives like recently. I've been binging, and I binged 7 episodes like in the last, I don't even know, it's been like
Shame
2 months.
on
I
you.
know,
right?
I know. I'm glad I did it, but it
You're
was
lost.
It was
Yeah.
stressful for me to like to even watch it, let alone be like in it. Like I don't know
Yeah.
how you do all that. Like it has to be insane.
Is it actually all like that crazy? It's like
Yes.
legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very much detailing their real lives.
Right.
And although the situations may be fabricated, like, oh, let's have a Mexican themed fiesta
Right,
in my
yeah.
grandma's backyard. Like that's not our idea. But like the relationships and the issues, and it's all so real. And I really give so much credit to them for being so open and honest for how many years of their lives now. You know, they've given us phenomenal TV.
14 years, I
it's
think.
amazing.
14 seasons. Trust me, I just finished all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my involvement this past season, obviously, like you saw a little bit of me.
Yeah.
And I was just really grateful for the opportunity. Like, it's not something I ever envisioned myself doing. It's all in my lap. I was friends with Danielle, adore Danielle. She is like, yes, my true friend.
That's great. So wait, were you there for the slap?
I was not there for the slap.
God damn it, Kayla.
I know. So generally when they're casting for these shows, or it happens very fast.
Okay.
So I had actually booked a trip to Montana for my birthday. The best trip of my life.
Oh,
it was
that's awesome. Good
Did
for you.
all kinds of like just
Cowboy stuff.
Sounds like fun. I'm telling you,
country
I
shit
told
with your
her I want
friends.
to do that.
Saying we're gonna go to Yellowstone.
it was so awesome that when I got back, my first phone call was to like the producer that I was assigned, and I said, if you guys ever do like fish out of water situation, you have to go to Paws up in Montana. It was amazing.
Oh, that's
And he was
awesome.
like, all right, I'll write it down. Like, I'd love to see all my friends on like a horse. you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was the slap heard around the world.
I loved it.
It's very intense.
I'm just telling you. I've been told, Danielle, when we saw you guys at the Bravo event, I was like, I'm telling you right now, I've been doing what I wanted to do for a long time, and that bitch has been asking for it.
I didn't get
Asking
either,
for it.
like at the time that it happened. I was like, what is the big freaking deal here? And then I watched it. I was like,
Welcome to
Yeah.
Earth.
now I'm here.
Yeah, like it
So,
was
like,
crazy.
I'm glad that I wasn't. Selfishly, I am glad that I wasn't there
Yeah.
because I don't. That's my friend.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I think I'm not here to fight, but I will grab you by your collar and sit you down
Yeah,
and let
yeah.
you know that we're not going to do this here.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like that's the kind of girl I am.
Yeah, same. I don't think I would have been able to
Right.
just sit there and watch the
We're gonna
hit my
remove
friend or
you,
push
and
her
we're
or
gonna let you
whatever.
know that you're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get
But-
your shit.
And then I'm not glad I wasn't there because I feel bad that I wasn't
Right.
there for her in that moment. And I think when something like that happens and you leave the room, I would be right behind you.
That's
you know what I
what
mean?
I
Like,
was
and just make
thinking.
sure that
That's what I was thinking. Like, no one left with her other
no
than her
one likes
husband.
confrontation.
And I thought that was fucked up.
Truly, right? In your heart. Like, physical confrontation, like it's just so ugly and so upsetting. Even if in the moment you act like a tough guy,
Yeah.
nobody wants to do that.
It's stressful.
I don't think it's about like liking confrontation or not. I just couldn't watch something happen to like my friend, my
Yeah.
sister, whatever, and let her leave alone.
Yeah.
Like I would be there for her. I just didn't. I was surprised that nobody followed her out. I would have been like,
It's
girl,
all very shocking.
I'm
I
with
think
you.
it's
When did
shocking.
she okay?
Laughed and
Let's go take a
turned to
breath.
Bill and was like, "You're sleeping with the fucking devil." I
She's
was like,
right.
Yes.
yes.
She's really great with the one-liners.
She is.
so
She's
funny.
excellent.
Danielle would be a really good like stand-up comedian.
I could see that.
She's a good storyteller. Like she would be good.
In like her confessionals and things like that. Like she's very well spoken.
Yes.
She's very calm. She uses her words very specifically, but like it's not like rehearsed. You know what I mean? She's very well spoken, and she seems like she seems to have a very big heart, but she has that tough side of her. That's like just in your DNA sometimes. You know what I
good
mean?
though.
Where
Yeah.
I think it's a great thing.
Yeah.
We have that. I think
think-
nothing wrong with it.
I think the difference too is like her seems very genuine. Like it's her, it's innate, where I feel like Jen's toughness is an act.
I think she's
I
so
don't-
full of
I
shit.
don't feel like it's real. I don't
How do you
know.
feel
probably know
about?
better.
Well, how about? I know that there were reports about the finale with like I don't know, a picture getting thrown and everything like that, but they'd cut it out. Why the fuck would they cut that out? Why wouldn't they let everybody see that?
I wasn't there for that.
No. Oh no, that was for
So-
the final dinner.
Yeah,
like the
no,
Last
I was
Supper.
not there for that. I think that
Is it just because of the violence? Is that what Bravo's doing now? Is that their deal?
no, I don't know anything about that actually.
Oh.
But I think so.
anything about
Myself and Tiffany, who participated in some of this season,
Yeah.
I think that maybe there wasn't really like a need for us there's so like I
get
said,
it.
these women have given us 14 years of amazing TV.
Yeah.
What do I need to be there for? You know,
get it.
like it's
Yeah.
so many, so deep rooted, and the saga is so long.
Yeah.
You know,
It's almost like a blessing, right? And a curse, kind of. It's like you're grateful to be a part of it, but you kind of don't want to be
so grateful for the experience. It was
too
very
much
cool
in that because it seems crazy. Like I don't know if I could handle.
It was an awesome experience, and I made friends that I'm gonna have for the rest of my life, which is crazy. You know?
If they were to reboot it and bring back some of the cast, and let's say you were on the show, who would you bring back?
Oh my God! Wait, do I have to answer this?
I mean, you don't have to do anything, but it would be nice. You don't have to if you don't want to.
I can't.
I'll tell you
I
who
can't
I'd
answer
bring
that.
back.
I'm gonna plead the fifth.
All right, I would chop fucking Teresa down. Get that chick out of there. Nobody wants to see her anymore.
I love how you're
Friends
so
with her?
firm in your convictions here.
I am. I'm
like-
sorry. I've been
drawing
following
up the
her for
family
fucking
tree.
14 years too.
Yeah.
Everybody's sick of her shit. She's so fucking fake. Whoever is doing the work on her face should lose their license. As far as I'm concerned, she looks like a bad fucking science experiment. It's bad. It's bad. And fuck her crazy ass husband too. You heard me. Okay? Ugh. Those two make my skin crawl. I'm sorry. That maybe it's how they edit it. Maybe not. I'm going with not. All right. That's
I
like
love to
a
hear
lot of bad
fan
edits.
reaction. Like this is great.
Just saying.
Fan reaction
kind of
is great.
cringy, like at the same time, like sitting here listening to her say this. Like these are so things that I would say normally, but like being here in front of you and
Just
saying that,
fucking
like
say it. This is
Right, but you know what's
Who
funny?
cares?
It's like that. I think that I tread lightly when it comes to that stuff because say I would be continuing in this direction, right? With TV or social media or whatever. And this was not on my list, not on my bingo card, right? I never saw myself doing this. I'm glad I seized the opportunity. It was awesome. And I made a lot of friends, but that could be me. Right.
You know what? I think we
Like that's scary.
well,
Like,
and
you
that's one
never
of the
know.
things that we learned recently is that they have the ability to villainize anyone.
That's
Right.
what I was gonna say. So we
And
have
we've
another
learned this
guest that we
firsthand.
have.
It'll happen to you guys.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Well,
gonna, yeah.
It's one of those things like you would go in obviously fully aware that this is gonna happen.
This could happen.
Yeah.
No matter what, it's gonna happen at some level. I mean, no matter what,
Yeah.
you're gonna have people who aren't gonna like you, which is fine. Like, as long as you're okay with that, and you're knowingly going in with that, and that's what it is. We don't experience much hate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the hate that we do get is petty bullshit.
Yeah, but you will.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
whatever.
everyone does.
And even if we do, like, I don't. To me, it's like water off the duck's back. Nothing. I don't think there's anything anybody could say. I don't live in the comment section. You know what I mean? But my point is, when it comes to being on this show, at a certain level, you have to fucking stop with like everybody's using the word toxicity. You know what I mean? It's so toxic. That's what I've been seeing a lot when I read about it, and it's coming up in my reels and
I
all
don't
that.
really like that word.
I don't
think.
I don't think that's
think
the
that's what we're
word.
saying.
That's not the word for it. I don't think that it's toxic. I think it's getting just ridiculous. Like you can't have an ensemble show where people won't film together. Like the show isn't for you at this point. You know what I mean? At a certain point, walk away. It's done.
Yeah.
Put a fucking fork in it. And I mean, I could give you a perfectly good example with a completely different reality show. Look at Ariana. All right, from Vanderpump Rules.
True.
Listen, I think of Ariana at this point. I don't even think about her being on Vanderpump Rules. I think about her being on Love Island, on Dancing with the Stars, her 9,000 commercials that she does. Like, she is an independent person. She has outgrown the show, in my opinion. All right? Like, she stays great. I'll watch you. If she doesn't, no big deal. But, like, I think her time has come to an end with it because she doesn't want to film with these people anymore.
Yeah.
All right, so you walk away. You walk out with your head held high, be done. Be appreciative of the opportunities that you receive. Grow with what you can do on the outside. But there's so much narcissism going on that it's like, oh my God, just enough already. I'm tired of it. I am. I bring back Rachel.
Yeah,
I love Rachel.
I'm
I think
excited.
at the end of the day, people have to remember that it's a job,
Yeah, I get
right?
that.
And you're an employee, and you have a boss.
Yep.
And like running around and being disrespectful it's just a bad idea.
Right.
You know, like be like if you worked anywhere, you know, be
Yeah.
grateful for the opportunity that you were given.
If you wouldn't do it in a corporate office, you shouldn't.
Trust that the leadership or the network or whoever it may be, trust in their vision and trust that they're going to guide this group in the correct direction and either, you know, get on the train or get off. Or
get
leaving the
off.
station, right?
Exactly.
So like I that's kind of more how I think of it from
I think
more
that's
of
a
like
good perspective.
maybe like a more gracious place.
Yeah.
Like this
That's
is
nice.
you know what I mean? Like,
I think
it's pretty
nice.
cool. It's cool. It's a
think
cool
it's nice.
opportunity. Like
Agree.
let's not minimize that. It's a cool opportunity.
It totally is.
You know, like I think a lot of people would say like, "Oh, I would never." But let me tell you,
Yes, you would.
I don't know about that.
The minute you get that phone call or that
I don't know
DM
about
from
that.
the casting agency, you're gonna pick up.
Yeah,
you're
I
gonna
agree.
make that casting video
of
because
course.
there is part of you that wants to know.
Yeah. What it's like.
Oh,
What's up?
what would it be like?
Yeah.
Would they pick
See
me?
that 100%.
Is that a good idea?
Yeah. Totally.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
I can
and that's so
totally see that.
normal.
And if you
That's
go-
so
if you-
normal.
There's definitely elements of both, right? Where you can think to yourself like, oh my God, I could never do this. And I literally said that to you when you were sitting on the couch before we started
Yeah.
recording today. I was like, I could never do it. And then I'm like, yeah, I could. Like now that you're saying it like that, I'm like, yeah, I could totally do it.
Yeah.
But I think it's the element of the drama and the fighting that like stresses me out. But I think from your perspective, where you stood and everything that you did and how you were, I guess, like a step back enough from the super crazy, and you really were there for your friend, and to be a part of that, right? It was like, and for you and your family, right? You guys were all like
I felt
together.
like I was there to watch and learn.
Yeah, it was good.
Right?
Do you think now that you've had that experience, things will be like there will be more happening for you in that space next year or soon?
Let go and let God, right? Let go and let God. Yeah.
Good.
We'll see.
I hope so.
Anything could happen.
That would be awesome. Also, I never knew that you were like a party planner until
I didn't know that.
I saw something about you planned a bunch of the parties. And I was like, Kayla has hidden talents that I didn't know about.
During the height of COVID, I said to my sister, we're going to start a balloon business. So I'm going to need you to go ahead and quit your job. Like, this is the way this
We're going
works.
to start a podcast.
Literally.
Don't quit your job.
Gotta pay for that shit.
No, I knew it was going to work. So we started a balloon business called Balloon to Balloon. And honestly, I love Eat Clean Bro. I love my job. I love what I do. I love my husband. I work for him. That's a whole nother episode. But it's very serious at this point, right? We are a family-owned business up against companies who are backed by billions of dollars. We're in a very bizarre place right now where we're not little, but we're not big, but what are we doing? You know, like it's time for a lot of really scary decisions to be made. And my job is very serious. So I wanted to do something, and I don't have any hobbies now other than running, but I didn't have any hobbies. I had 2 young kids, and I was like, let's blow up some balloons. This looks so fun. This looks so happy. Like, what could go wrong? And then it blew up. And we have this really cool company called Luna Balloon, which she now runs. I'm kind of just support on it for her. And then we are also a full service production agency, Luna Productions. And we've done a lot of really cool stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I feel like I keep saying that after everything she said. I've said that's awesome like 75 times. Me too. It's okay.
I am.
She is. What you decide? We're not going to lie.
I know.
Let's be honest.
It's really cool. So I don't really get involved anymore unless it's like the party is more than $10,000. Like, it has to be of epic proportions for me to come out of my other office and help her with it. She's got it. She's the coolest. She's so much more creative than me. I'll like do the accounting, but like other than that, like she's got it. But the production stuff was cool because we got to do that a little bit this season with Danielle, her launch party. It's just like a really cool skill to have.
That is cool. That, I like it. Like, it's got to be surreal seeing your work come to life like that and then seeing it on TV.
Yeah.
It's nerve-wracking.
I bet.
I could see that.
But it's fun. It's so fun.
Nice.
Yeah, that's amazing.
How long have you been doing that?
2020.
COVID, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
4 years. Almost 5.
My kids' birthday parties are outrageous, right? Because like that's where I get to express myself.
I love that.
But I know that's like over now, right? Because they want to choose their own
things.
Like, when is that?
Yeah.
How much longer do I have?
Not much. I gave my daughter this year, I gave her the option to pick the theme. And like, otherwise,
Yeah.
I gave her 3 or 4 different places. It's hard when you're doing it when they're younger because you get to just decide what you want to do, but you hope that they're going to be good with it. Like, what are they going to? They're going to forget. Who cares?
Yeah.
But it's hard, like finding places and stuff. I feel like because the kids this age, all they care about is running around free and going down slides and like, what are those things called? Like play parks, almost indoor play parks, whatever they are. They love them.
Yeah.
The most dangerous.
I mean, literally, we rented one out I rented one out for my daughter's birthday, and we did it private because my biggest concern is if you have other people coming in and out, and there's all that chaos going on or other parties. Aside from even the germs, I get nervous that somebody will walk in and just walk out with a kid. Like, I don't know. I'm so like crazy about this. Like I don't know. There's so many creeps around. It freaks me out. But they had the greatest time. And I mean, we did a much bigger party the year before, and she loved this one even more. Last year's party had a unicorn, petting zoo, face painters, like the works.
Mine's getting asked for, I'm getting asked for vacations now.
Ooh, yeah, can I come?
Can we go to Salem? Me and 6 of my friends. I'm like,
Well, that's fun.
no.
All right, well, I'll leave you with this. So speaking of parties, I want to invite you guys to something like really cool.
Ooh.
So, well, I think it's really cool. So the running joke, like with me and my husband, is that like I should just be like a Mormon wife because so I'm like allergic to alcohol. I don't really drink often because when I do, it's very awful. So I'm like, I need an activity. Like I always need an activity because what am I going to do? Sit there and stare at you? Like I'm going to have my one drink, feel sick and stare at you? Like, I don't know. Like I need something to do. So 2 years ago, I said to him, I have an idea. I follow this influencer, like my favorite influencer of all time. Her name is Rachel Parcell. She lives out in Utah. Do you know who that is?
No.
Obsessed with her. Anyway. Okay. So like, and I have very few obsessions. She's like the coolest. So she does every year an adult gingerbread house building competition.
Oh, fun.
So 2 years ago, it was about 30 couples in our house. And I said, Jamie, trust me, this is going to be a good time. And he was like, I don't know, like this sounds stupid. And I'm like, trust me, it's going to be a good time. So year one was amazing. Everyone had a blast. Like the rules are each couple is allowed 1 bag of secret weapon items.
Okay.
You're provided the prefabricated home and an unlimited candy bar. But everyone gets lined up. You get an hour. And then at the end, we vote on who has the best house.
Okay.
So like year one was great. We had an awesome time. Obviously, everyone got wasted. Wrecked my house. There was like I'm still finding candy.
And
like
M&M's in her couch.
Yes.
Really?
last year,
Sounds
there
about
were
right.
110 people in my home.
My goodness.
We moved the furniture to the garage. It is mayhem.
Oh my God.
But now year two, I have people texting me asking, I need to reserve a seat by an outlet.
Oh my God.
Are there power tools allowed? How big can this bag be? What's your address? I need to ship. And I'm like, guys. Oh, can I have access to the TV for the surveillance that's going to be on? Like mayhem. So last year was awesome. This year's going to be right. Like every year, like this just keeps getting crazier.
I love it.
So obviously a Luna production, and you can start thinking now about what you would like to build.
Can I see a picture of last year's winner? Like of what
it was a
like?
dispensary with real goodies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to know what I'm going up against.
You have 6 months to prepare.
I'm going to send it to you.
We're going to start
watch,
looking.
please.
watch the recap video.
Yes.
But everyone takes it very seriously.
All right.
Like, tell me.
Do you participate or you judge?
No, I can't. There's like, it's too much going on.
Yeah. She's got all these people in her house.
And then it turns into like, okay, ready? Everyone has an hour. And then it's like, I need a scissor. I need toilet paper. and then you're like, like trying to help everyone the best you can because you wanted to like.
Oh my God.
Somebody last year did the house from Up.
Oh,
With like the,
I love that idea.
I can't wait to see this video. I'm
it's really
excited.
fun.
Yeah, me too.
Very fun.
but
Ooh.
we love a good time. We
Oh
love
my
a party.
gosh, we have to brainstorm. I'm like going to go home and research this.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll come up with something fancy.
It's not going to be a dispensary, but it'll be something cool. No. All right.
Yeah. All right, let's let Kayla go home to her poor son who's not feeling well.
I know.
And
Welcome back to school, guys.
we're here to cheer for your training, for your marathon.
you.
Yeah, good
Thank
for
you.
you.
You should be super proud. It's hard, and I feel it.
I'll feel
I'm
like that when
jealous.
it's over.
Yeah. Well, let us know if you need us to come like hold signs and cheer for you. Yeah.
That's horrifying.
Hand
That's
you
so
like a
sad.
bottle of water.
Just like
I have to practice drinking out of a cup. There's like a way to.
Yes. It's like a yes.
Had no idea.
There's a whole technique. It's breathing again and drinking.
Not my strong suit, but
Wait, real quick. What kind of music do you listen to when you're training? I'm just curious.
the only thing more chaotic than my form is that playlist.
Okay, me too. I love that.
No,
It's our
it is-
generation.
I think so.
Because we had everything under the sun.
You should send me to a mental institution.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like, it's not, I need to organize my thoughts because it's all over the place.
Okay.
It's bad.
That's how mine is too.
One of everything.
I'm just curious. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's mine too. Yeah, that's
I really think that's from like being a teenager in like the early 2000s. Like you had so many different kinds of music that was out
So
there
many
at the same
good
time.
options.
Yes. Yes.
yeah, and genres and everything was like real
Everything.
music. It wasn't like today. A lot of stuff is like
I know what you mean.
The mumble rap. I can't do the, I know.
Yeah.
And I remember my mom saying when we were kids, like, every song you listen to sounds the same. And I'm like, no, it does not. Like, you can't tell me that, like, Pearl Jam and Biggie Smalls sound the same. Like, they don't, but they'd both be on my playlist.
Yeah.
And then, like, I listen to the stuff the kids are listening to now, and I'm like, oh, every song sounds the same. I feel like my mom.
Yeah. You're getting old.
Unfortunately, we're old, but
All right, so running the marathon, eat clean, bro. What else? Do you want to plug anything else?
we are hosting our fourth annual gala for the Children's Specialized Hospital Foundation.
Nice. Where are you having that?
March 8th. We're actually going to return to the same venue we had last year at Southgate Manor.
Nice.
We raised, I think it was over $240,000 last year.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, with
That's
that single
awesome.
event. So
Where can we go to buy tickets for that?
ecbevents.com.
Okay.
They're not up yet. We actually just decided on a theme yesterday, which I'm very excited
I love a good theme
about.
party.
We take the theme very
We
seriously.
love
Yeah.
themed galas.
We do.
It's a
Yeah.
It's one of our
guilty
things.
pleasure.
Yes.
So last year the theme was casino, but like not like a casino, like Casino the movie.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I knew what you meant.
And Diane and Company actually made me Sharon Stone's dress from the movie.
That's
Identical replica.
awesome.
Amazing.
I feel like I love it more than my wedding dress. Like I want to save it for like it's awesome.
She has it like preserved and like
Right, in a
room
box.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So I don't know if I'll ever get to wear it again, but that was really cool. But we love the theme. Like we just want everyone to have a really good time and
Oh, that's so
just
exciting.
it's so special. It's such a special night, and they bring in their child of the year, and
Oh, I love
the
that.
CEO of the hospital comes in, and it is the best night ever. And I hope you guys can come.
Oh,
but
we love
be
it.
great.
Yeah, we love going to.
it's a good time.
That sounds like
It is a
fun.
good
We
time.
love theme parties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Theme parties, theme galas, they're our thing. And everything's like always the galas we go to are always for charity, and like it's
Yeah.
so nice. We have one that we went to every year that was actually just bought by not bought, but they merged in with Hackensack Hospital, so they kind of got absorbed, and so now the charity doesn't exist anymore independently. Like it's part of
Oh,
a
that's
bigger,
kind of sad.
This event
a
that we would
bigger
go to
charity.
every
Yeah, so
year.
the one that we were really big into
Yeah.
every year is no longer happening. It was last year. Was our last year. So like this is great because we actually need to. We
It's
need
really
a new charity.
Yeah, we needed a replacement.
It's a great night. It's a really fun night. And like I said, we're really blessed to be surrounded with some really awesome people. And it kind of turns into like this big networking
I love
event.
that.
Nice.
It does. Like everyone leaves there with new friends, new resources, new contacts. And it's just so happy because we get to do something good together. So
Nice.
it's far away, but it's not that far away. 6 months to plan something to me is like tomorrow. So.
Yeah. While simultaneously planning a gingerbread making party.
Well, that was the discussion we had this morning. Was I said, Jamie, if it's going to grow a little, like, I don't know if this many people can fit inside the house. Like, what do we do? So I'm actually meeting with like a tenting company next week to see like what
they
our
can do.
options are.
Yeah.
Because I'm not making it smaller. Like, screw that.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
We're nuts. We love it.
I love that.
Oh, that's
great.
so fun.
That sounds like a great time. I'm so excited.
Sorry. I can't wait to watch the video.
I know, like my OCD is like in full effect in my head. I can't wait. I'm very excited.
Thank you for coming and talking.
Bring your toolbox.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yeah,
This is
thank you for
awesome.
coming. We appreciate it. It was so nice to talk to you.
It was really nice to talk to
you guys
you.
too.
Thanks.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.